Pinky kind of shade, which I really like these. Extra colour. Blink, blink, blink. Okay. Tonight's video is kindly sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Boom, you're on a boat in the middle of the ocean with only 3 days left of food and a phone. What do? Boom, you're locked in a missile soli. There's 10 minutes left before launch. You only have a phone. What do? Boom, you're at home bored. You have a phone. What do? Trick question. They all have the same answer. Play Raid Shadow Legends. I want to take a moment to talk about my favourite bit of super tough content, the Doom Tower. This huge tower is basically a giant prison back in the long ago times, not long after the Arbiter was created. She fought off a ton of horrible monsters created by Surath, but she wasn't a god herself, so killing them was out the picture. Instead, she built this big magic tower and stuffed it with monsters of, and I quote, eldritch power, which on the spectrum is bad stuff. The whole prison thing worked out pretty well for a long time, but now the Surath is leaking back into the world. The Doom Tower isn't holding together like it used to. Fortunately, the Arbiter sends people like you and me to go inside and crack a few heads, and hey, maybe we'll be good enough to do what she couldn't and actually take care of some of these bosses for good. I don't know about you, but I'm not waiting around to find out what happens if the Doom Tower should fail. So I always make sure to fight my way up every month, taking out every enemy I can along the way. You should know by now that I've been playing Raid for over a year and I absolutely love it, just as much as I did at the beginning, if not more so. It never gets boring because there's always something new to do. There's a ton happening in Raid this month. Special events every day, a bunch of awesome new champions, and the brand new Guardian ring that gives you a load of new ways to use your champions. And at the start of December, Raid's releasing one of the biggest, most anticipated features ever. Take a look at this. It looks insane with all these new updates and an even bigger one right around the corner. Now's the perfect time to get started in Raid. If you wait any longer, you're only going to get left behind. If you want to get a huge head start in Raid, all you have to do is hit the link in the description or scan my QR code and you'll get an epic hero Schnorro who is amazing in the Doom Tower. 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill and 1 ancient shard, so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in the game. And all this treasure will be waiting for you in here. Once you're in, you can find me in the game under the name Be Brave, Be You. And if you're fast enough, you can even join my clan. It is that simple. Just click on the link in the description and I'll see you in the game. Hello, lovely. How are you? Good. How is it I can help you today? Okay. Yes, I can definitely carry out a makeup consultation. I am free at the moment, so why don't you pull up that stool and get yourself comfortable? All right. Oh, you're very welcome. So, have you been here before? Okay, I didn't think I'd seen you before. So we want a full makeup consultation. Okay. Yes, these are free. Don't worry, you don't need to pay for these. Okay. Wonderful. Would you mind if I take your name? Thank you. That's perfect. And your date of birth? Can I have a contact number for you? Great. And can I just take your full address? Yeah? Okay. Perfect. And do you have an email address I could take? Don't worry, we won't constantly bombard you with anything, alright? It's just so we can send a copy of your consultation over, alright? Because what I will do is when I do my admin, I actually type all this up on the system, okay? And then I will send it through to you if you wish. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Right, so that's all your personal details that I need today. Okay. So, what I would like to do is just ask you some questions about your skin and your current makeup routine. I will go through some of the makeup brushes. I will do a colour match and I will go through some makeup which I think suit you, and we can discuss what you do and don't like, okay? And I'll offer some advice along the way. If you wish, I can apply some of the products for you. I don't mind carrying out a full makeup on you. I also have my training head there, and I can also pop some products on there and just show you how to do that. Alright, just to help you a little bit. Does that sound alright? Perfect. Great. So, if I can just start by getting to know you and your skin. Alright, so I will have a little examination shortly, but if you could tell me if you have any skincare routine at all. Okay. Yeah. And how often? Okay. Good. And what about that one? Great. Okay, so you really do have a good skincare routine. That's what I like to hear. Okay. Oh, perfect. Do you mind just telling me what brand you're using, or do you like to mix and match? Okay. That's wonderful. Great. So, do you wear makeup at all? Yeah, okay. So, quite a neutral look, and not particularly very often. Alright. What are you wanting to achieve? What kind of look? Are we going for day to day, or are we going for more nighttime? What is it you're wanting? Okay, so you're not sure that colours are matching you, are suiting you, and you would like to experiment a little bit more. Oh, don't worry, no, I won't do anything that you don't like, don't worry about that. Yes, I will keep away from the excessively bold makeup looks, don't worry. Okay, good. So let me just jot that down. Right. Now my hands are sanitized. I'm just going to have a little look at your skin. Would that be okay? Thank you. I will be coming a little bit closer. Would that be alright for you? Okay. And anytime if you do feel uncomfortable or anything, please just let me know. Alright. So, I take it your skin is nice and clean today. You've got no makeup on at the moment. Wonderful. I can tell that you have a really good skincare routine. It's great. Yeah. I'm just trying to get an idea of your skin tone. Alright. Whether you are more cool tones or warm tones. Alright. We have an undertone. We need to make sure we have the right colours. Alright. We can have things on the surface like dark circles or slight reddening, and then we also have more of your colour. Alright, so that's what we need to match perfectly. Okay. We don't really want to be seeing any lines or any streaking and things like that. Yeah. With a good foundation, it should be totally matching your skin colour, so you can't really see it. Some products you can build up a little bit to get more of a coverage, and it can help you last through the day. Alright, and then you build up the colours on your face rather than go in with a really dark foundation and then adding to that. Okay, that's not going to give you a very nice natural look. Okay, I'm just going to get my little torch here and I'm just going to have a little look with my light just to get an idea of your colouring a little bit better. Okay. It will be a little bit bright, so if you would like to close your eyes, that is perfectly fine. Okay. I'm going to start on your chin, alright? Let's have a look on your upper lip. Right. Alright. This gives me a really good look at the skin. And I make sure that I match perfectly. Yeah, it's good. Can I just get you to tilt your head back slightly? Thank you. Okay, you can pop it back down. Perfect. That's given me an idea of your skin colouring. Do you usually wear a foundation? Are we using liquid, powder, or anything else? Okay. Right. What about a concealer? Okay. Do you use a colour corrector at all? Alright. What I'm going to do is find your colour now. Alright. I think once I have the colour base, I can then move forward. Okay. Good. So wonderful. So okay, so let me have a look at the shades. As you can see, I have a lot of testers. It's quite a good match. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just do a line down here. Okay. Alright. I think I'm going to try another shade. I think that one might be a good idea. Let's pop this one on. Oh, I do think that's a little bit dark actually. Okay, so I'm just going to leave those foundations just for a few moments and let them set. That will then give us the true colour match. What I tend to do is have a look at the skin and then I select the shades that I think are the closest to yours. Then once they're set, I can actually go with the correct shade. Alright, yeah, that's right. So we're just going to let that settle. You alright? Good. Yeah, that's correct. So obviously I am the makeup counter. Over there we have Angela at the perfume counter. Over the back there we have Rebecca with the jewellery counter. And then over there we have Annabelle with the skincare bar. Alright. Yeah, that's correct. So you can make your way around the other counters and sit down and they can do a consultation with you, go through some of the products with you. Alright. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. And they can really talk to you about different things. You can try different smells and you can try on different jewellery and things like that. Okay, yeah. So please feel free afterwards to help yourself and go and have a look around the store. Alright. So let me just have a look at these shades. Okay, so I'm thinking actually that the lighter shade is more your tone. It's actually blending pretty much perfectly. I can't go any lighter because they just look too pale, and the other two are definitely too dark. But if I just wait another moment, I will find that will probably just match you perfectly. Alright, so we'll just leave that a little bit longer. And I'm going to get my brush and just buff it slightly. Okay, let's see what happens there. Yes, that's perfect. Wonderful. I'm just going to remove those now. Okay, we'll feel a little bit cold. I'm just going to make sure that's dry. Perfect. Right, so now I know your makeup shade. That makes things a lot easier. We have matching concealers, alright, which is good. And we also have matching different shades for different other products, okay? Yes, that's right. So, do I want to do that first? Okay, I'm going to have a look at the concealers. Just going to put that down. Just want to make sure, because not always, sometimes we do need to have a slightly different shade. Depends on the areas that we are trying to cover. Same with the colour correctors, okay? Right, so I've blended those in. Just wait for them to settle. Oh, it's a pretty perfect match, I think. Wonderful. So you are the same shade, which I expected. It depends on the areas that we are trying to cover, how it takes, alright, but I will find that out when I actually pop the products on. Okay. Let's remove that. Great. Wonderful. I'll just use that to just dab it. Good. Foundation, concealer, the colour corrector would be great. what I'm going to do now is actually apply the base. Alright, I think that will be the good thing to do. So let me just make sure my hands are clean. There are so many different makeup brushes that we can use. Alright. And sponges and different things like that. I'm actually going to apply this product by hand. Then I'm going to get a brush and just blend it in. Okay. So I'm going to start with the Bobbi Brown colour corrector. Just put under your eye area. Okay. Look up for me. Just going to let that soak in a little bit. I might actually put a little bit around here actually. You got a little bit of broken capillaries, which has given it a sort of purpley look. So I'm going to try some of this colour corrector. Alright. So I'll just put it down here a little bit, okay. You don't always have to do that when you've popped it on the colour corrector. Depends how well you've popped it on. It depends what kind of look you want to go for. So my advice would be to pop it on and kind of push it down and let it melt. So go like that, that, right the way up. And we can let it melt a little bit more. And then you can, if you wish, just obviously blend it slightly. Alright, that's up to you. Good. over the corners there. Look up for me. Good. Now, what I do like to do is pop on a setting spray every so often when I've popped on a product. So sometimes I would pop it on top of the colour corrector, other times I would just pop it straight on the colour corrector, conceal it, then pop it on. Alright, I'm going to just let them products soak in, then I'm going to pop a little bit on. Now, you can pop it on a sponge, or I could pop it on a little bit of a brush for you. The one that I love the best is Scandinavia. Alright, it's oil free and it's a fine mist. So you can just spritz like this at the end, or you can just do as I am doing right now. Okay. Pop on the foundation. Just close your eyes for me. How's that feeling? Good. What I'm going to do is just blend all that in. Okay. Close your eyes for me. You can open. Great. That looks perfect. Now, sometimes I like to pop a little bit more of the colour corrector on just under the eye area or if somewhere else that needs it doing. So I'm just going to pop it a little bit more on under the eyes. So if you can look up for me. Good. Make sure you shake the setting spray. You just need to do that quite lightly. All right. Just going to brush your brows. I'll use that one actually. Yeah, I'll use that one. That's better. Great. Right, so that is your base complete. How does your skin feel? Not too tight, not too sticky, not too oily, not too dry. Good. No itching, stinging or burning. Perfect. It actually looks really good on you. It's absolutely perfect. I like. It's good. So that will just settle a little bit more as it goes. I'm not going to pop any powder on. Not just yet anyway. Setting spray is going to do the job just nicely. Alright. I think it's always good to use a highlighter. Okay. So you could do something like that. So you can go for a powder. Alright. It's quite a nice shade. Go for more a goldy peachy shade. Will shimmer differently in different skin tones. Or we can use more of a yellowy shade. Okay. And a cream, if you wish. I quite like a cream highlighter. Yeah. So just put that. Give some nice shimmer. Alright. So they are quite nice. But I'll just wipe these off. These are gorgeous shades. They are powder. Alright. We have more the whiter, yellowier kind of shade. So your typical highlighter shade, okay? Then we have more of a pinky kind of shade, which I really like these. And then we have this gorgeous bronzy shade. Any of those that you like that I've shown you so far? Yes, I do agree, yes. But I must show you a couple of my favourites. Alright, now these are wonderful. This shade is Divine. I used to use this all the time. So it's more like your yellowy kind of shimmer. This is one of my favourites. Okay. It's a nice tone. A little bit goes a long way. And then you just kind of blend it together. Okay. I like to put this about here. Sometimes you can bring it there, bob on the nose, bit here, here, down your nose, depends where you want to highlight. Okay. I think this one is perfect for going about here because it has a bronzing effect, but it's also got the shimmer. Okay. This one is nice to have anywhere, like they all are, but to go around your lips. You can even pop a little bit of that there rather than the other one, and keep the other one to about here. Depends on what kind of blush you're wanting to use. Whether we're going all in for a bronze, or are we going for a rosy cheeks or something. What I do like is this one. Okay. So this is a blush, okay. But it has a gorgeous shimmer. Okay. I like to pop this back here at the top side of my blush. Okay. It's quite nice. Or you could have it all as your blush. Okay. I'm not going to pop that on just yet because I want to do your eyeshadows first. Okay, yes, I'm going to do that. That'll be perfect. So let's have a little look at blushes. We have this shade. Okay. So this is a primer infused blush in Rose. Okay. We have a bronze. Another bronzer. Okay. What I like to do is have your blush and then a little bit of bronze here. Okay. You can use a bronzer as a contour, or you can keep it purely as a bronzer and actually use something else to contour. Alright. Now this might be a little bit vibrant, but it's such a lovely shade. Okay. We have this one. I'm running out of space. Okay. Now my favourite one, doesn't obviously suit everyone's skin tone, but it's gorgeous peach. Okay. And it has a little bit of shimmer in there too. It's nice. Any of those take your fancy? Yeah. So we're looking at possibly these. Okay. You can work with that. so if I put those there, keep that out, that. I won't touch my powders just yet. So we have this shade, okay, and we have this one, but if you're not careful, they can come up quite bright because they build up, those two. Let me just have a look. So these are some different highlights and bronzers. Okay, it's quite a nice palette. And this one we have a really vibrant pink. Got a nice highlight and some bronzers there. But I don't think those are the ones I want to be using. Definitely not those. Okay. Let's clean my hands. Okay, actually, I'm going to apply the highlight because I can always top up a little bit. So, good. I like. I'm going to pop this one around my lips. Great. I like. I'm going to pop on some blush first. I'm going with this shade. Okay. Oh, thank you. It's quite cool, isn't it? Good. So now I'm going to pop this just here. Okay. Wonderful, I like it. I'm going to get a little bit of this. And I'm going to put that just here. Great. Perfect. Wonderful. Happy with that. Some setting spray. Good. So now we have a perfect base. We can touch up with the highlight and the blusher, but I'm going to go onto your eyes now, okay? This is the fun bit. Just going to jot down the other products, okay? Perfect. So, do you have any idea on eyeshadows? Okay. So we have some pinky shades. All right. Any of these appeal to you? Okay. Have some which look a little bit more ready. We have more of your browns and peaches. Now, I know this is probably a little bit bold for you, but I must show you. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Definitely not for you, okay. I doubt this is either, but some purples, gorgeous shades. Okay. Couple of my favourites. Quite like this palette, especially like the pinky shade and the red there. They look quite good and they look beautiful on. Another of my favourite. I love all these kind of shades. It's a beautiful palette. Gorgeous, isn't it? Lots of reds and pinks. And if you're wanting quite neutral shades, we have these. Okay, so let me just try. I quite like this Girl Boss, it's called. Okay. And these are very shimmery. What we can do is to do a colour all over. We have like a simple clear base, or like a light, very neutral. Then we'll pop a colour all over. We can bring a colour in, pop a little bit there or a little bit there. We can blend them together. Alright. I'm just going to show you this shade. Okay, it's nice. And okay. I'm going to show you that one, I think. Obviously they look different when they're blended in. Okay, I know I've gone over a little bit, but so you wanted to go for that kind of shade, or what are your thoughts? Okay. Just wipe those off. Perfect. So I'm going to pop a little bit on for you. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for a nice simple pink shade look. So I'm going to have this probably in the corners, all right, and that is going to be at the end here. And that shade is what's going to be all over. All right. Sound okay? Good. So pop those there. Get that shade. Perfect. I'm going to use this shade here just as the base. Close your eyes for me. blend that in. Okay, you can open. Amazing. Brings out the colour in your eyes perfectly. Any of those type of shades will suit you, even any neutral shades. Okay, close your eyes for me again. Okay, you can open. How are you feeling? Good. And how is your skin? Wonderful. So that is that. I'm going to write that down. That's done. So we want to use and that on base on. Okay, that's not good. Wonderful. And just want to show you a couple of powders. Alright, you can pop on powder which matches your foundation. It has to be a loose powder, okay? So your nice loose powder, because we don't want to press powder or anything like that. That's going to add bulk to it. And you can get ones that have got a slight shade in, but my best option, especially for as we get older, we don't want to too much powder or build up, would be a translucent powder, because we don't really want to add more colour. So we would pop this on. I'm just grabbing the nearest brush here, okay? So we just casually go over certain areas. Like so. And that will just help set it. You can use that, then a setting spray, or you can use one or the other, or both. You can just get a simple small brush and dab any areas where you're prone to shine, so your T-zone. Alright. I'm trying not to pop anything under the eye area. Okay, so I'll pop that this powder. Translucent. Good. Now I'm not going to contour because you said you would like it quite subtle. We don't want to add too much, but if you find, say like here, you wanted it more like rounded, you'd pop sort of a contour on, you'd pop it on and then blend it in like so. If you wanted here to make our nose look smaller, we'd do it here and blend it. Could possibly do it there to give your face definition around here if you want to make your face look a little bit thinner. Alright, so it's totally down to you what you want to do with that. Like I said, you can use a bronzer or a proper contour stick. It's different shades, but I quite like this Anastasia Beverly Hills one. Okay. Looks like that. and then you just blend it, and it goes right the way in, so you can't really see it, but you can it really enhances things and makes things look a lot better. Some people swear by contour, and you know, it really helps make their face more even and things like that, but you know, that's not necessary, especially for more maybe a daytime subtle kind of look. All right, good. So you can just do a full spritz, and we can go over again with it. You'll probably get yourself a sponge maybe for that. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to get my eyelash curler. Okay, so it's always good to have one of these before you put on mascara. Okay, so if you can just look straight ahead for me, I'm going to pop just your lashes in there. I know it's a little bit scary, but I won't hurt you. Okay. Perfect. This side. Wonderful. Just helps lift those slightly before you put on a mascara. Okay, I'm going to show you some of my favourites. Let's see, this is a nice big brush. Okay. Again, big brush. You can have one with extra colour. It's a big brush, but it's nice extra black. Okay. This is one of my favourites. It's nice and thin. It gives you a good lift, especially if you have your lashes curled or anything like that. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this one on you because you know your lashes on. All I need you to do is just look straight ahead for me, okay, and just blink with it. Okay, so blink, 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 blink. Good. Now just keep still. Well done. Okay. Blink, 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 blink. That's it. Keep still for me now. Okay, look up for me. Okay, and just carefully go back to normal. Let's let that dry a little bit. I always like to use a good brow gel. Okay. A nice clear gel would work perfectly. Okay. Okay, that's good. And then we just brush to get the desired look. Wonderful. Perfect. Lipsticks. It's all sorts of different shades. Okay. Suppose you want to go for a nude look, pinky look. Don't like that much. No. Okay. Could go for a clear gloss. We could do a lip liner. Could do no lip liner. Depends what definition you would like. I like to do like a nude, subtle kind of lip liner sometimes, and then add the pop of colour. You're brave to do a bit of red. Any of those take your fancy? Okay, right, just relax for me. I'm going to use this lip liner. Perfect, nice subtle colour. I'm going to go for this shade. Okay. Roll them. Okay. Wonderful. Perfect. Okay. If you could just go and have a look in the mirror for me and see what you think. Okay. Right. Ah, what do you think? Wonderful. I'm glad to hear it. So let me just pop those down. Perfect. So I'm happy with that. Not going to add anything else. Okay, so these kind of shades are something that suits you. All right. Okay. Ones that I've shown you today, I think, will be quite good for you. All right. So try and keep these on for a bit and see what you think. You go around, see how happy you are and comfortable you are in those shades and colours. All right. Okay, so I just want to show you something. We use primers a lot of the times to prep our face, so we need to cleanse, tone, etc. and have a nice clean face. Then we can apply a primer. All right, I never popped that on you today on purpose, so we can pop a primer on. Some people like a silicone base, however, feels great, but can make you feel a little bit greasy and it have a sort of a shine look. Okay, even though it does dry quite matte. this is my favourite one. Okay, so this is a satin soft blurring primer, finishing fix, okay. Nice and cold. Goes on easy, blends in nicely. Okay, so you just pop that all over your face. Okay, so it's covered in your eyelids, gives you a nice base. Then you would do your colour corrector, your concealer, your foundation. You could move on to your eyes then if you wish. Your eyeshadow, you do your highlight, and your blush, your bronzer, if you fancy contouring, contour. Then you can pop a little bit of translucent powder on, just in the areas, and then maybe on the T-zone. Remember to set here and there with a nice sponge and a setting spray. Okay. Then you can pop on some brow gel. You can even fill it in if you want to with a brow pencil, just to help make it look fuller. Curl your lashes, and you want to add on some mascara. You can use a eyeliner on top, but that's going to give you more of a dramatic look. And if you pop it on the waterline, it can possibly make your eyes look a little bit smaller. You could use a highlighting little pencil, so you could pop that maybe in the corners here. Okay, just give you that little bit of brightening in that area. Okay, yeah, that's right. And then you're done, really, apart from obviously the setting spray. You can spritz it, put it on a sponge and a brush, whichever you feel is right for you. So just going to pull off your copies. Okay, so they are for you. Okay, thank you. Just want to show you some brushes. Okay, this will be good for a powder brush for all over. That would be good for a blusher brush. Okay, to make sure you really blend as well when you pop on your makeup. Now this one would be ideal for a little bit of your translucent powder here and there. One of these for your brows. One of these could be good for blending your eyeshadow. It's even good to use one of these just here slightly. Okay. Any of these are good for your eyeshadow. Okay. Just depends on the kind of look, but if you do buy one of these sets, they do come with the information on which to use. Now this is a fantastic brush to blend in your foundation. It's amazing. Okay. So do you have any questions about the brushes? Okay, good. So primer, setting spray, okay, are two good important things. Make sure your face is clean first before you pop any on. Okay, and a lot of the products are buildable, so you could add more if you wish, add less if you wish. Okay, and like I say, you don't need to use all these products. Okay, so if you just want to pop in a little bit of blush, then that's fine with obviously your base, a little bit of eyeshadow. You could just have one colour maybe, just totally up to you. All right, do you feel a little bit more confident now? Okay, the products that I've shown you, I've obviously wrote down so you can have a look at them, but I will write this all up on the system and get it sent to you. Okay, then what I will do is, if you come back and decide to purchase some of the products, have a look at any of the others, I will actually give you 20% off. All right, Yes, that's correct. You're very welcome. Okay, so do you have any questions for me today? Okay, well, I'm glad you feel nice and relaxed now and a little bit more positive. That's really good. Okay, you're welcome, my lovely. You take care now. Bye bye.